When you have K2 in the La Baba or the 11th house, it says a lot about your position to wanting things in this life. What I mean is, if you have K2 in the 11th, you're probably the eldest sibling or the eldest gender child, or there's nobody else ahead of you in line. Because if you have K2 in the 11th house, that means you've already know what it's meant to tell the world to do the right things, or you have this knowledge about yourself that people will astonish over, but you don't care for it anymore. Because K2 in the 11th house mean you were brought into this world to be responsible off the jump. You always are left with all the chores and the responsibilities. You're always the one that has to step in if your father or your mother are going on a date, or even if they're not around. You're going to have to be the one to pay your boyfriend or your girlfriend's bills. You're going to have to be the one to step in for the teacher while they have to go to the restroom. They're going to leave you in charge. You're going to be the tutor. You're going to be the hall monitor. You're going to be the VP. It makes you automatically take charge when you really don't want to. See, President George Herbert Walker Bush, yes, he became president, but he was more comfortable being Ronald Reagan's vice president. Even in fiction cartoons like in the Transformers, the 1986 series, Ultra Magnus was appointed to lieutenant commander under Optimus Prime. However, he didn't want the position when Optimus Prime had passed away. Some people are just comfortable not being the leader in this life. They want to go to where Rahu is in the 5th house. But let me tell you something. Having Ketu in the 11th house makes you the most dependable, amiable person in this world, because everybody's going to want to be your friend. You're like ducks. You're the most gregarious people walking God's green earth. Now, whenever you get into a career, you're going to automatically become in a position of management, because they see your occupational acumen. You naturally know what responsibility feels like. But here's one thing. K2 will detach you from the 11th house, meaning you could be somewhere where everybody think is great for you, but you're going to feel despondent, lost, disassociated, and you're going to want to isolate yourself from even in position of great gains. You're going to find yourself having rich friends of means. You're going to be going to pool parties on the 90th floor of a hotel, and you're going to say, meh, been there, done that. So stay humble and always be grateful.